somehow, by some miracle, I've managed to make it. It's literally like 2 minutes late, especially considering I'm with my nan today, which is an achievement that I've actually made it. Thank you, One Brother Way team, for being like 7 minutes late. No, my luck, he's going to be a fucking dash 6, isn't he? Hopefully he'll be double headers like it was yesterday. Here comes 6 Bravo 3-3. I don't know what I'm bothering to hope. I know what the situation. I know what it's going to be. I know he's just going to be dash 6. He'll probably be like 6-5-1 or something. Here he comes, 6 Bravo 3-3. Oh! Yes! Get in! Zoomed in from here onto him, but still, that was cool. That was excellent. 66179 at the front, and I can't remember what was at the back. Yes, you'll never guess what I did. Well, at least it's not bad as yesterday, but I didn't get very good pictures again. But if we'd probably got here a bit quicker, I probably could have dialed it down to the crossing and probably even got a 2, but I know that's nice. They timetable it around me just so that I can't see it, and I know it doesn't. I know a lot of people, like my mum, are going to get pissed off when I say that, and a lot of people probably think it's not, but I've been thinking that for years, and that is exactly what it seems like, and it's been the same for years. The MOD trains were fine as they were. No, they've now been altered to come through just before I finish school. The NMTs comes through after I finish school. No, comes through lunchtime now. That is an A380. I was right on what I was saying first. Was that an A340? No, it's a 747. The cargo looks retro livery. Nice. What's your problem, phone? Seriously? Won't have to phone. Hang on. Talk about a bit late. Did you hear it down there? She was going past that fence post. I was by any pole just using the crossing, wouldn't have been able to get across. What is see, this is the thing. There's a massive grey sign with a massive W on it. What do you think that means? Whistleboard. Why? Because there's a foot crossing down there. Now I'm going to do it when I'm 2 seconds away from the foot crossing. That makes fucking sense. Just don't. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, so yeah, obviously 6 Bravo 3-3, pain in the ass. Always a charter train that always comes through. Always goes through Collins Lane once a year, straight as I finish school, and then goes back to Bassett before I can get here to see it. And I just think, well, anyway, here comes. because they keep getting complaints from these houses. That shouldn't matter. That should not matter. If I was the railway company, I would rather have people like me, and people like if I was getting if I was the one receiving all these complaints, I would rather receive 50 complaints a day because I can just ignore them, rather than have to deal with somebody getting hit because the train didn't warn when it was coming. That's my I just think he did too, but it was somebody could have started the crossing and not had enough time to get off the crossing by the time they saw the train. Because what? 2 seconds? 3 seconds maybe? It's just fucking stupid. I know a train driver who said he doesn't too unless he sees someone there. Well, how's that gonna help? You can't see them until they can see you, and when they can see you, if they're on the crossing, then they fucking had it. Because they ain't gonna be able to get off the crossing if your train's coming from Gippenham, which half of the trains that come through here are, which means they're going to be going 125 miles an hour. I just think, I don't know. Right, so, I mean, me and George did do this a little while ago, but I can't remember what the results were. I think it was like, the minimum length had to be something like, between a whistleboard and a crossing should be, I can't remember, you can Google it. No, I'll Google it for you. Tell you what I can do. How far does a whistleboard have to be from a foot crossing on British Rail? At least 600 metres. Well, that wasn't the result we got last time. I think it was something like 400 or something. But anyway, I think we went there, and I think it was like, I think I timed it. I think I did a time calculation. And I think I used about 10 seconds from the whistleboard to cross it. But one day, I'm gonna come down here with all the flipping recording equipment, GoPros, phones, everything, go down to that foot crossing, get, I don't know, GoPro and a phone, I don't know, get a phone to record the train going across. I'll stand on the other side. I'll probably stand this side, the other phone can be that side, the other phone will just record the train dead on so I can do time calculation of the wheels. It'll probably be this one actually. I'll probably get it to do a 240 frame slow-mo or something. No. I'll figure something out. Anyway. And yeah, and I'm going to do flipping calculations after calculations because, and I'm going to do calculations of drivers not tooting at the whistle when they toot when they see me, and it's just going to be brilliant. I'm going to crack down on this not tooting at the whistle as much as I can. Anyway, here comes from Bravo 19. 6, I'm in a nursing home day. Okay, there's no altitude for me here because all I've got on is my orange Leavers hoodie, and I'm just waving. But if I had my orange coat on, then I would expect, if I had my orange outfit coat on, I would expect the two. But anyway, that aside, yeah, so I'm gonna flipping probably have my OnePlus doing 60 FPS a second, 60 frames a second there, because we met this bloke, we met this kiddie down Collins Lane ages ago when the crossing failed that time, and he brought up the fact of how he could figure out how slow the trains are going by using recording in a certain frames a second or something, and I can't exactly remember, but I can't think of a way to do that on the phone other than there is one way. That might be a little bit, and then there we go. I knew the train was coming, you see. Well, I didn't know it was coming until he tuned in us. 8026. Yeah, so they'd probably have to figure out a way to do that or something. So, yeah, because there's something about 388. I know what he was on about. He was on about like frames and that, but I wouldn't know how to distinguish like different frames. And I wouldn't know how to switch between frame to frame without uploading it to YouTube, if you know what I mean. Because I haven't actually tried it anywhere else. I just measured I just calculated that they were going 3 miles an hour over Collins Lane using the video and seeing that it was like 2 or 3 seconds to get across the crossing. Then I measured it with my phone when we were there, and then yeah, it was like something like 2 or 3 miles an hour. Anyway, that aside, so yeah, wait for that video coming out probably about August, if I do a video on there. Yeah, cause that'll probably be when we can do this whole day thing down there. Oh, I don't know what I'm about. Anyway, yeah, so 8026, good to the list board, no 2 for me, but it doesn't matter because I have such